Yumiki, and welcome to another edition of the Grateful Temple Project. Yesterday I had a great hike. I'm tired. I haven't shaved. So let's put me down there and let's just watch the video as I share my story for today and what I learned on the trail. So, yeah, I need my coffee. At Burning Man, what was it, quite a few years ago, it's called The American Dream was the theme. And what I did is I went there and I asked 100 burners, it was in center camp, I was doing something, and I asked 100 burners, what do you want in life? And after I had to start going, okay, forget for your family, forget for your children, forget for your country, forget for heaven, forget all of that. What do you want for yourself? Out of 100 people, only one person was able to very clearly just look me in the eye and say, he was from France, and he said, I want to be a doctor. I want to go to Africa and help people because this line of work, working down there, it would fuel my life. And while I was working with other people, you could tell it was his passion in life. Sadly, only one person knew what they wanted. I then went on and asked a little deeper, and of course every single person had something that they wanted for themselves. The problem is we don't know what we truly want. I'm out hiking on the trails for the 22, and that's 22 servicemen that every single day commit suicide because they can't find an answer. They're just, whatever, it's too much for them to bear, and they take their own lives. So I'm out on the trail not every day, but every time I'm on the trail, I'm reminding myself of what it is, and I share this with other people. And what happened on the trail one day within this, I actually started a conversation with one person. And I shared that, I at one time wanted to commit suicide. And they said to me, well, how do you know you won't want to do it again? And I have thought about this in, the last few weeks. And in the grand scheme of things, because we don't know what is happening in our life and we don't know how things are going, we can never tell if that's going to come up. What I can say now is I have something much, much deeper inside of me that I have to live. I have to keep going. I have to. It's what fuels me. It's my purpose and my passion in life. If I was to answer that question of what do I want in life, I could just start going on because I have a whole scenario of where I'm standing in my home with that person, reflecting on all the amazing moments I have had sharing this mission and purpose in life of hiking for 22, letting others know about it while I'm in the amazing outdoors. Oh, just being one with nature. And that's what happens to me on the trail. It's just, I'm back with just me and nature and in the moment. And I want as much of this as I possibly can. And that's why right now, with insane mind, just clear, I see where I was in the past. I see how I was thinking in the past, and this is different. I'm back living my purpose. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm a hiker. I'm a backpacker. I love this. And the point of this video, I see a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people that just feel lost, no hope, and that's their own words. And when I ask them what they want, they don't know. It's just, they can't put it down, or it's just something airy-fairy. My father, he always had a purpose. First he was military, then he was, even though he wasn't the best father in the world, no one gave him a handbook. He did the best job he could. And then he came out and he was, one of the first in hang gliding. I made a video yesterday because I was on a trail and it said no motorbikes, something else, and hang gliders. My father is responsible for that word being on there. He was one of the first to be jumping off of Glacier Point. I know he did that. He was one of the first ones to jump off there with a hang glider. And it was because of him and his team that they said, get the hell out of the park. It was his purpose. That's what all he lived for. I mean, oh, yeah, I could go on and on about it. When I last saw him, he didn't have a purpose anymore. He was lost. And that's what I feel is a reason for a lot of the vets that go into the service, and that is all their mind is on, whether brainwashed or their own reason, is serve, do this, this is my goal, this is my purpose in life. And you come out and what's your purpose? And then you get into this world where we don't even are shown what our purpose is. You know, he used to be a farmer. He farmed and he had to feed his family and he had to feed the neighborhood and feed his community. There was a larger purpose. We don't have that anymore. We can't even see it. We make products and we don't even know who we're shipping them off to. Purpose. You know, what do you want in life? That's the whole big question. What do you want in life? For me, I want to hike. I want to find my partner in life. I want a home, but God, me being on the trail all the time, what's that look like? Yeah, I can see it. It's very clear. That's why I want to live. That's why I hike for the 22. What do you want in life? What do you want? I'll end it with this little one. It was on the glass, where I was asking these people. At Burning Man, I went into center camp, and here's a picture. Some of the Burning Man team took this one. I set up a glass walk, and I just walked in there with this bag, set it down, pulled out my glass walk, and I just started asking people, do you want to walk on broken glass? And it was just surprising what I saw and what I learned. And as I did that, I get him in the front of it, and I explained to him how to do it, and I explained very clearly how it is. You do this, do exactly what I say, and you're going to be okay. And they would go, okay, and they would listen to me because they saw me doing it. And right when they were ready to walk, I stopped them and I go, what do you want in life? I did a state change there. And that's when they found out that only 1 out of 100 people knew what they want. And so what I would do is I'd let them walk, and after 2 steps, because 1 step, and you know how to walk on glass. But in the middle, I would stop them. And I would look them right in the eye, and I go, now what do you want? Or I would anchor into what we did bring. And there was this young gentleman, this one, it was the most touching, and yes, I got consent to put his face up. I was over working with him right at the beginning. I said, what do you want? And he goes, I don't know what I want. And so I started digging because I know what everyone wants. And so I went down, and finally I got down to, it was almost a point, and I go, come on, what do you want? And he goes, I want a woman to love me. And you're like, that's it, you need to let it out. And he goes, but who would want me? And it was so cool. If you haven't been to Burning Man, I know this is going out to the Burner community, so this is the Deadheads, and to all my friends, Burner community is different. At least when I was going, there was something about it. And I just knew what I could do. I just had faith. And I turned around to all the people that were watching, and I said, women, how many of you would want a man like this? It was so touching. The women started screaming and yelling. And then there's this picture. Guy just hugged me and started crying. I said, get it, dude. Get it. Yeah, what do you want in life? Don't hold back. This man didn't think women want him. They started yelling for him. We just got to speak up of what we want. I know what I want. I speak up. But for right now, I hike for the 22. I want people to know that the reason I'm out there, the reason for that, is because of people who say, I will protect you. No matter what the political view, it doesn't make any difference. They say they will do that. And unfortunately, 22 every day can't find the answer of how to get past their demons. They can't find their purpose. I don't know. This is just one idea. This is just my idea. It's not the only answer. It's just the one that I found for me. I found my purpose. Have you?